Hi there, my name is Kevin Thorne. I'm a member of Grove Parish Council. It's now a couple of months since we put out our first video update on the development of things around the village, so it felt like time for another, especially as there's been a change in the timelines to a couple of things. First up, let's talk about the public open spaces. Work on these has taken longer than expected, but there's been really good progress recently, and Crest assure us that they're on course to have it finished in June. If you haven't walked down towards the M5 footbridge and then along through the area behind Bellway recently, then it is really worth taking a look. The planting looks great, the two play areas are almost finished, and it's going to be a really fantastic area. The surfaces around those play areas, as well as the big play area and the main public open space, will be done in April, along with the hard landscaping like boulders and marker posts. The small round park above the David Wilson homes will be installed during April and May, when fencing around the play areas will also be installed. The paths will then be finished during May, and the basketball area will be installed. That'll just leave some final tidying up and get out for them to do during late May and June. And that'll be it, the main work's done. Next, let's talk about roads. We're really pleased that Brambling Way has now been surfaced, and Councillor Adam Hampson has been chasing up the loose ends. We'd expected the work on Harrier Way to have started by now, but unfortunately there's been a delay until the summer, with the works of the road outside the school taking place over the summer holidays. Hopefully the issues have now been addressed so we won't see further delays, and in the meantime Chris will soon be filling the potholes to get us through until that road surfacing is done. Improvements to the junction at the top of Harrier Way, where it's currently too narrow for the bus and cars to pass easily, are still planned by the County Council, but we don't have a time frame for that yet. Finally, on roads, the work on the A38 junction is now expected to start in October. Again, it's frustrating that as we had been expecting that to start late last year and then at various points in the first half of this year. Not all the paperwork is quite signed off between Chris and the County Council yet, but it's almost there. The construction time was shortened though, so we're looking at 10 months rather than the 12 or 13 months we've been told it would take. The last couple of things around the village to mention are that the new path along the Shorn Brook from near the school up to the Huntsgrove Drive Bridge will open up soon once the grass and planting has bedded in a bit. That's going to be useful for Phase 3 residents, and I'm really looking forward to being able to vary my walking routes just a tad. And then Crest will start work on the allotments in the summer, which is the best time for doing that work. The only hold-up will be is if the original landowner puts in an appeal against the rejection of the planning application that would have seen the farmhouse capped and some of the allotments moved just across the motorway. Finally, Crest are starting what will be a long planning process for the Huntsgrove extension, which is the area south of Housefield Lane. The first step is an environmental impact assessment, which looks at a range of things including ecology and education provision and water drainage and archaeology. There's an initial document on the Stroke Planning Portal scoping that work, which in itself contains a lot of interesting information, including that there's evidence of a small Roman settlement down there, which is pretty cool. It also looks at transport, and Crest's plan is to take a look at transport across Huntsgrove, not just for the extension. So there'll be news on an event in the survey which will kick off that transport work. This could be really beneficial, so please do keep an eye out for it. So that's it for now. Hopefully we'll have more on the community centre in our next update.